Ladies and gentlemen, if you look at this, would you guys agree that this is a product of basically two functions? Y equals f of x times g of x. Could you guys agree with me that this would be a product of two expressions? Yeah, or we could say f of x is equal to the square root of x, and g of x is equal to 4x plus 1. Would you guys agree with me that would be a understandable interpretation of this problem? Yes? Okay, so far we've only learned how to simplify everything into exponents, so therefore we can apply the power, all right? However, sometimes we're gonna have problems that are way too complicated to expand into exponents, and we're gonna work on some, and you guys are gonna see some of those problems coming up. Some problems we don't want to simplify into exponents. It's way too much algebra, way too much work. So what we can do is rely on the product rule. And the product rule, if we're going to look into it in this case, when we have the product of two functions, the product rule is basically looks like this. F prime of x times g of x plus f of x times g prime of x. Okay? That's simply all we need to do for this case. So now that we have f of x and f prime of x, can we go ahead and simply figure these out? So let's do, let's figure out what f prime of x is. F prime of x is going to be 1/2 over x to the negative 1/2. Would you guys agree? And g prime of x is just equal to 4. Okay, so now when I go ahead and do this, I have 1 over, I'm going to bring the x down if that's okay with you guys. Make it a positive power. Instead of writing it as a negative, I'm going to bring it down. Times 4 plus f of x, which is, I'm just going to rewrite that as a rational power, x to the 1/2 times g prime of x, which is, oh wait, times g of x, which is 4x plus 1. Sorry. Plus f of x, which is x to the 1/2, times g prime of x, which is 4. Okay. Now when you go ahead and multiply these out, y equals now you guys, kind of similar, but can you guys see that now what we're basically going to be doing is combining them to get common terms, right? We want to get our common denominators. So guys, look at here. This is kind of like the same practice. I'm assuming you guys want the same practice with common denominators. Here's this now. We need to get this to be 2x to the 1/2 power, correct? So what do I need to, how do I get common denominators? How would I combine these?
Multiply it by 2x.
To the 1/2. Therefore, I get 2x to the 1/2. Now can we combine like terms? Hey, look at that. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Exactly the same as doing the power rule. That is so cool, Mr. McLogan. Thank you.